Hello. Oh, hello, everyone.
Hello. Yeah, we're just waiting. We're a couple minutes early. We're just admitting people.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Jay, your audio was breaking out. I don't know what was the reason.
Can you
Okay,
hear
let
me?
me start up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear now.
Yeah, we got people just coming in, pop, 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 like this. So we're just going to give them. We usually give about 5 minutes after the start time, just to be respectful to people's time, and then we'll get started.
Absolutely.
Play some music for everybody. Can you guys hear that? Waiting room music.
It's an upgrade from elevator music.
Right?
No.
No. This is somebody that submissions. Just play that. Greg, Brad, don't get any ideas.
No, brother.
We usually give about, like I said, everybody that's popping in, we give about 5 minutes till after call time, just to let people, chime in still. Robert, it's busy.
This is Michael. I live in a loud neighborhood.
What happened?
I live in a loud neighborhood, and I just don't know when things will go off. So if you can mute my mic or
it's no problem. I mean, if you got noise, you got noise. We usually, what we do is on your Zoom, we have everybody mute themselves unless they have a question and they want to say something. Then they'll unmute themselves. We don't mute you. You guys just mute it. And then if you have a question, because we have a really good solid format in these types of events, and we'll dive right in. What's up, Sid? Man, we got an extra A&R guy popped in today. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, man. So basically, you guys we open the floor for questions, and we start by asking, a couple questions to, our executives, and then we move on from there. So you'll know when it's time, when the floor is open. You can, we try to get everybody to be able to, wants to ask a question. So we still got people actively popping in. So. Hello, Mr. Colton.
How you doing, Jay?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Let's see. All right, what time is it now? It's 11:03. We'll give 2 more minutes, and then we usually, as we get started, we usually have tons of people that just chime in a little bit late, and they pick this up from other platforms and things like that. So, but we're going to get started in exactly 2 minutes.
I don't even know why I'm here. I'm be so long.
Not really though. I don't know. I don't even know. But,
To all you new people coming in, we're getting started in a couple minutes. Right now, we're just allowing people to show up. So appreciate your patience.
I know I'm fine, but the money makes me handsome. Walk
mm,
around like a cup up in the answer, but I'm not minded though. You don't like me how you think you do, I like it though.
All right, guys, I'm just getting my TikTok on and we're rolling.
Walk around smelling like a cup up in the answer, but I'm not minded though. You don't like me how you think you do, I like it though. I know I'm fine, but let's see how the slide, so she slides, said it's cause the vibe.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me open this part up. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hello. Hello.
Still got people.
Hello.
I see some familiar faces on here. Good. All right, cool. We're gonna get started, guys, for the sake of time. And as people are showing up, I'm gonna ask a few questions to some of our executives and people that are guests today. Jeff, actually, I thought that was a badge on your shirt. You look like a police officer. I'm like, oh, dang, for 2 seconds. Anyway, guys, thank you for showing up to this event. We really appreciate it. We see a lot of new faces on here. We've noticed that, our platform's been growing rapidly and we're getting a lot of new users coming through the platform. And we're going to dive into a lot of things today. We're going to start by, introducing Jeff, who Jeff is, and then we're going to move into a couple of key questions, and then we're going to open the floor for some questions and get some answers. And then Jeff, after that, we will move into bringing Derek Miner on. Jeff, you're welcome to stay. I know you love, watching and spending the time and interacting with these people, but if you need to leave after that, I totally understand. Sydney, since you're here, I may insert you. Is that cool? Appreciate you, man. I was going to save you for another week, but I guess you're already here, so this is good. Great. So I've got my notes, guys. Again, thanks for showing up. We're going to start with just introducing, Jeff, who you are, what you do, what you've done. If you can kind of give that, within, a couple, 3 minutes, if you will.
No worries. Thank you, Jay.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. And the badge on my hoodie is actually just nothing to do with law enforcement, but just to sign a long-suffering fan of a terrible sports franchise. So,
No.
I'm sorry, somebody comment? It's all good. Anyway, so I'm Jeff Fenster. I've been in the business for a long time. I started as a music lawyer once upon a time, and then A&R. I've done A&R for well over 30 years. I have been, pretty much all at labels. I've been at big independents, Drive Records. I was at for many years, and I've been at majors. And over the course of my career, I've been lucky enough to work with amazing artists across a pretty broad genre range of music. I'm probably best known for some pop stuff I've done in my career. I signed Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys at Jive back in the day, and more recently BB Rexa and Dua Lipa when I was at Warner's duo, along with my good buddy Joe Kentish in the UK. But I also have done, I did a lot of hip hop in my days at Jive, like some great stuff from another generation of hip hop. Tribe Called Quest, Mystical, E40. I worked with Too Short and KRS-One, like a lot of great artists. I've done rock in my career. Island Def Jam, we did Fall Out Boy, The Killers, Sum 41. When I was back at Jive, I signed Cage the Elephant. So I've done a lot of music, and I've been able to make records with some great established artists. I made an album with Cher. I made a big album with Bon Jovi, the Crush album that had It's My Life on it. I did an album with Willie Nelson, did an album with Melissa Etheridge, just a lot of different things. So I've been really fortunate in my career, and the one thing that's kind of been the thread through everything I've done over my career is, a love for all kinds of music, a love for what's new and what's coming, and a love for songs. And, the music business, I say, boils down to basically two things, which is stars and hits. And as much as things change, and I'm sure we'll talk about some of the changes that have happened in business recently, but as much as things change, that part of it stays the same. So anyway, that's me right now. At the present time, I have a joint venture with 300 records that I have a number of artists on, and I also am working with a fund started by some Swiss bankers who are buying catalogs, and a few other things. But very excited about kind of where music is, and always down to help out and advise people who are getting into different aspects of the business that maybe my experience can help.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. I'm going to just ask you a quick question. I'm going to ask 3 questions today. First question is going to be, Jeff, if you could only pick 3 things that would make you pursue an artist, a writer, or a producer, what would they be?
3 things that would make me pursue. Okay. So, I've said 2 of them really basically already. So, and this is, I'm leaving the analytics out of it for the moment. You know what I mean? But in pure terms of like what I look for, so the one thing is star quality, and that can be many different things. It's not necessarily the obvious, Jay, you know, somebody walks into the room and everybody drops what they're doing and stares at this person. Although that's pretty cool when you find that. But nowadays, you know, there are a lot of kids who are super talented, who are making music in their bedrooms, and they find a way to get people to relate to them and to be interested in them and you know, to want to stay connected with them in different ways. But it's that, and that's part of the reason why now, like being able to so anyway, I think.
Hey, Jeff, you're coming in and out.
Dude, I know, I don't know how why,
No worries.
but anyway, being able to work social media to your benefit, it has become part of what it means for most artists to be an artist, and it's part of that thing that the intangibles that star quality brings of getting people to just want to know you. So that's one. Second thing for me has always been songwriting, and you know, admittedly, not every artist I've ever signed is an amazing songwriter. The Backstreet Boys and Britney are two examples. You know, Britney was definitely much more musical than people give her credit for, and she did co-write some of her really good songs, but it just makes it so much easier, okay? Because when an artist has real writing ability, they can tell their own story. They don't need to rely on other people to tell it for them. As I said, you know, everybody at some point in their career needs a hit. And hits are not easy things to come by. And if an artist is really talented as a writer, can really contribute to that, that's a huge kind of benefit and almost a requirement nowadays for an artist. The number of artists that just take songs, outside songs, I think is a lot less than it was, you know, kind of in the heyday of Backstreet Boys and Britney and all of that. So it's also much harder for songwriters nowadays because they're not making what they should be making, which is a whole separate issue. But those are the two. And then the third thing I would say, which I've learned over the years, is determination, perseverance, not taking no for an answer. I mean, you know, becoming a successful artist, like becoming a successful actor or something like that, there's a lot of rejection along the way. Nothing ever goes in a straight line. You have to really want to do this more than anything else in life. You have to be willing to sacrifice a lot. You have to be willing to work your ass off. You know, again, a lot of artists think if they get signed, you know what I mean, that's then they've won. But that's just the beginning of all the work that goes into a career. So those are the three things, Jack.
Jeff, I have another quick question, which to kind of tag along what you were saying. Sydney, you popped in. Sydney is another A&R executive, guys, and it's funny because he contacted me just recently and said, "Man, look, I'm looking for, you know, new songs right now." He has a really big artist that came off of a big TV show that he signed, and they have a budget, guys, a nice big budget. They're going to blow this girl up, and he's looking for materials, he's looking for production, he's looking for songwriters, he's looking for all this stuff. I mean, he deals with, you know, big songwriters, but the bottom line is they're not delivering what he wants right now. So I believe that, you know, it's going to take an independent artist that's out there, whether they come from our platform or not. It's going to take somebody that's just got a vision and can see what types of artists that he's working with, and he's actively looking for people. And he is available on our platform, and that's why we did it. We're not here to just take money for submissions. I hear so much beef online about, some people love it and other people say, oh, it's a ripoff, don't do it. A&R guys aren't supposed. That's all bullcrap. There is no right or wrong answer. The right answer is this, and Jeff can back me up on this 100%. If he doesn't want to, doesn't have to. Record labels cannot and will not receive unsolicited material. They can't do it. They won't do it. There's too much liability for them. And with our platform, we take away all of that, and we exist and we're real because we have relationships with these people. And we have relationships with the record label heads, but what does that do, right? They concentrate on hiring people and partnering with people like Jeff Fensters of the world to bring them the artists, the hits, because they don't know better. They're just business guys and girls, at the end of the day. So I wanted to just kind of plug you for a second, because I didn't expect you to be here, but he is looking for material towards the end of this. He needs to jump on and tell you what he's looking for, so you guys can get an idea. Jeff, second question. Before I ask you your second question, you brought something to my attention, and that is, I study, social media, Jeff, every single day of my life. I mean, I've got now, and I'm not bragging, but I'm up to like 20-something thousand people on TikTok. I've gone live. My phone's sitting here live right now just to let people on TikTok see this, right? And I've learned that these independent artists, writers, producers, music people in general is like 70% of the TikTok community in the first place. Number two, they have great material. And then thirdly, Jeff, they believe that if they sign with a record label, that they are just getting a loan, they're getting screwed, they're losing their rights, and that's not true, right? This is what they're believing, because they're getting the APGs, right? They're getting the Mike Cairns of the world, which, no disrespect to you, Mike, but they're getting the Mike Cairns of the world that are trying to take everything from these guys. Hey, here's your loan for $200,000. It's a $2 million deal. It's 6 albums, and we own your masters 100%. We own you 100%. Not everybody's doing that, guys. Jeff doesn't operate 100% like that, but keep in mind that he is making an investment, right? So there has to be a return on that investment. Can you just comment on that a little bit, Jeff?
Yeah, no problem. So I think, the record companies still play an important part. I think there is a lot more flexibility now for artists. Like you can do your own thing. You can, just go get a distribution situation now. There's a ton of distributors out there now. It's kind of crazy. It's actually a little bit confusing and dizzying because there are so many of them. But I will tell you, most of them are pretty similar in terms of what distributors do is exactly what the name says. They distribute. So if they're a good distributor, then they, at the very least, they get your music onto all the platforms, in a timely fashion. They collect a bit of money, and you get the lion's share of that. What they don't really do much, despite their claims to the contrary, they can sometimes help with playlisting. We have 300 has a platform called Sparta, a distribution platform, which relatively speaking is really good, and it's really good because it's run by real professionals. The guy who ranks very high up at Empire for quite a while, Avenuear, and then our other guys are all guys connected to the 300 and all of that. And we're good, and we get playlisting, and we get stuff on Music Friday every week, which is more than some majors do and stuff. But it's limited still, right? Because it's a limited staff, it's limited resources. If you're making, if people say, for example, DistroKid as one example of a distributor, hey, DistroKid's good. You know what I mean? They generally tend to get music up on platforms, but they're taking a flat fee. They're not even taking a percentage. So don't expect to get somebody on the phone that easily. If you have a problem, don't expect them to be pitching, playlisting and stuff like that. Then you have distributors that are doing percentages, like Sparta. But the thing is, if what you want is to really be a big artist, okay? You need the machine of a record company at some point. And you can take your time and build your stuff up so you get a better deal and have more control and so on. But there are things that only those kind of resources can bring you. One of them, for example, is if you think you can be a success globally, and I know some artists who have situations that have really good management or whatever, and they do, they try to work stuff internationally through a network of independents where you're hiring a publicity person in this country and a radio plugger in that country and the social media marketing person and all that kind of stuff. The problem with that is it gets expensive and you're paying for it. You need to do all of that. And second of all, it's so hard to coordinate all of that kind of stuff. Having the international kind of reach and the international infrastructure of major labels is a huge thing. Number one, and number two, radio. People definitely do work radio now through, independent radio people. But still, at the end of the day, if you want to have a sustained real effort, major labels have a whole, national staff of people, regional people around the country that deal with that. So I'm sorry if that's a long-winded answer, Jay, but it really is about the fact that people have, artists have options now. But I know a lot of artists who've gotten pretty far down the road independently and then go, we blew it. We didn't sign to the record company when we had the momentum and we could have blown things up globally around the world. We were too busy concerned about the fact that, we didn't want to give up anything. You got to give up to get, man. That's what life is. So if you're smart, you have a good lawyer and all of that, record companies are doing deals now where people are licensing their music. They're getting it back after a period of time. There's no reason to, if major labels want you, that's usually a pretty good thing.
For sure. All right, I'm going to just dive into the last two things, Jeff, just to keep things moving here. I wrote down, what, and again, what is the importance, right? What's the benefit for an artist, a writer, or producer that's submitting to you directly on Avenuear? What's in it for them?
I mean, the first thing that's in it for them is they know I'm going to listen. So, they're going to have a chance to have their music heard. They'll get feedback. You know what I mean? Like in terms of
algorithms and stuff, right? And how to hit list them and all that. And I'll explain that to them because a lot of them that are on here don't know about that yet.
Yeah. So there's that, and then of course if their stuff, makes it to a certain point, you know what I mean? They could actually hear from me and talk to me and get specific feedback. But I mean, in all the noise that's out there and the ways looking at it, I know that from the submissions that I've seen already, frankly, through Avenuear, I know that it's that the people that are become a part of this network are serious people. The music is worthwhile, and they get not just me, they get other people like me who have real experience and who aren't necessarily easy to get to.
We actually have a few people so far that have been, picked up and are doing production and working a lot of different things right now. We've got some remixes that are being done for bigger artists, and so at the end of the day, guys, Avenuear is not just there to make you a star overnight. That's not our model, right? right? Anybody promises you that, you can run a million miles away. We're here to work with you. We're here to give you opportunity. We're here to try to get you placed and make you a working, musician, somebody that's actually making money, not just spending money on new plugins, new equipment, sitting in a room and not doing anything, right? That is our objective overall. Last thing I have for you, Jeff, is, and then we're going to open for them to ask some questions, but do you believe that it's important for, of course, that's what happened. Sorry, guys. Do you feel that it's important for an artist to have their own website, to be on music blogs, to be on playlists, market themselves?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously at this point, there are avenues that never existed before for artists to get directly to an audience. And so by all means, you should take advantage, anybody that wants to. Well, same thing with, I think, producers, writers, there is an audience out there of people who might get interested in your work, who might have opportunities. So all of that stuff. I mean, everything from, the obvious, which is, trying to build something on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, to being on LinkedIn, to, using every tool.
I mean, I'm seeing that these, the independent artists, writers, and producers, creatives overall, that, and this is no disrespect to anybody on here at all, just so you guys know, it's just my blanket statement. I feel like they're really lazy. Like they spend their time writing music, being in the studio, doing what they love to do, but they're forgetting about the business side. And then they go, why am I not making? Why is things not happening for me? Why do I see this guy popping off? Well, it's because those guys are working. And, you do need the websites. You do need to be available on, when somebody searches for you. You need all this stuff, right? If you're not working at least 50% of your time on marketing yourself, you're just got music and you're hoping to God that somebody, discovers it, right? And it doesn't work that way. Back in the day, we didn't have the internet. So we had to find rides to go hang out in front of clubs and sneak our way in, sneak our way on stage and hustle everybody we could hustle to get discovered, right? And that's what we did. So anyway, guys, I'm going to open the floor for about 10 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, let's, start. And you guys feel free to ask Jeff. Go ahead, Christian.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Christian. I'm the CTO for Avenuear. Actually, I had the pleasure to meet Jeff Spencer and interview him as well. And one thing that, I always think about the benefit to the end user, right? And Mr. Spencer is an end user too, right? Because he's in the platform, he's listening to songs.
Just
Hold on, let me go.
just like
There we go. So, Mr. Spencer, I remember that you mentioned that, one of the benefits for you also, if I remember correctly, was that now, when people submit songs to you through Avenuear, you're able to access, if you like a song, you say, well, this is a 4-star or 5 stars. Now, not only you know that the user is serious about, reaching out to you, now you have access to the phone number, email, a way to contact them directly. Can you elaborate on that, please? So,
well, actually, Christian, I'm just, I don't mean to be rude.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you said it, it's pretty straightforward. It's like a two-way kind of thing. Like I'm looking for and hoping to find, through Avenuear, people that, that can help me, whether it's, with production, songwriting, artistry, or, whatever combination of things. And Avenuear makes it easy for, there's no bureaucratic, nonsense or whatever standing in the way of directly communicating. And when something gets a rating that's that's a 4 or 5 that's high like that, then usually that means
You You're muted again, Jeff. Jeff, I think you accidentally muted.
Wow, I couldn't unmute myself. Did you guys hear me?
It's no worries. Guys, and listen, just so you guys know,
Sorry about that.
after this is done, we have created a section on the. Can you guys
Christian, did we lose you?
No, I'm here. Thank you.
Hey guys,
So,
we actually created a section on our Avenuear platform now where you can go in, you can ask questions and make suggestions to us as well. We want to hear them. So after this, if you have any questions for Jeff, please feel free to go. I'll put the link in the chat for everybody, and you guys can, just ask questions online and come right to us. We read everything, we listen to everything, so we're very active. Anyway, I got
a question, Jay, sorry for interrupting you. We have Jesus is asking, go ahead, Mr. Jesus.
Hey, Jeff, bro, I'm trying to sign to your label. Like, right now, I got the views, I got the followers, I definitely got the music. I'm like one of the slimiest niggas on the Northeast section.
Hell no, such profanity.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a question for
I'm
you.
trying to see this word with that.
Have you submitted to Jeff yet, or have you just gone to our free submission status and maybe?
I submitted on Modern Producers, Modern Beats or whatever.
Yeah.
So there should be a submission coming in.
Okay.
I'm trying to sign to like YSL, like all the way official.
So at the end of this, and obviously that's what Jeff loves to hear. He loves to hear the passion you have and the chutzpah, right? You have balls. You're willing to step up and say, man, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. And you probably are. And the likelihood is that there's many people here today that have amazing music, that know how to perform, that are doing numbers on social media. But if you're not getting them in front of his face, it is impossible for him to know you exist, right? That's why we exist. So when we're done, once we get Jeff off, and I'm just very sensitive to everybody's times, right? Once we get them off, I'm going to go through our platform with you, and you can see how it works and how you'll get directly to him and get that opportunity to do that because he listens actively.
So I'm the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Jesus?
All right, anybody else?
Jesus Savelli, I see your name, I'll remember if you submit.
My artist's name is Moose Ada.
Can you put it in the chat real fast for us?
In the chat.
Anybody else have a question? I mean, if you want to pitch yourself, listen. If you guys want to pitch yourself, you're welcome to do it. But I just want to share with you real quickly before you answer your question. I want to share with you, if you want to pitch Jeff, we're going to sit here. We're good people. We're going to hear it. But is it going to stick to our hearts? I mean, unless you say something that's so, incredible, the answer is probably not, because this meeting is for everybody, right? If you want that one-on-one, we make that available for you. And, we just try to honor and respect everybody's, time and space here. Thank you so much, Jesus. We're excited to hear about you.
That is a general question for Jeff, and I think it will benefit to everyone to hear this. Someone is asking what Mr. Jeff Fenton is looking right now. What kind of music?
If you guys don't mind, I want to answer really quickly a couple other questions that came up in the chat that I thought were good. So a couple of people asked about writing for like TV and film and getting stuff in for sync. So that is again a kind of a separate thing, and but it's a great way. If you're a songwriter producer, it is a great way to kind of make a living and free yourself up to do stuff that maybe is not as not as easy. I'm not saying it's easy to write for film and TV, but it's a very good. I can't elaborate now because of time, but it's a great pathway. So for the people who asked that question.
Well, hey Jeff, let me tell you, I haven't told you this yet, and I'll tell you, I kind of after this meeting, we'll elaborate maybe next week we'll get together, but we just inked a deal with a major production company that is, we're doing all the music for it. So
Sorry, someone put something like that in the chat.
Okay. Somebody put what? Okay. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't see anything bad in there, but
This is a professional forum. Anyone that is writing anything will be kicked out of the Zoom. So please remain from being unprofessional. Thank you all.
somebody else had a question.
Well, there was a question about what I'm looking for, so I'll answer that real quick, which is, I've never completely, determined what to look for, because you never know, like, to me, like, where the dope music and so on is gonna come from. You know, I'm always looking for great songs, by the way, for the songwriters and producers and people who can, you know, contribute our genres. So that's one thing that I am always looking for. But it can be anything. It can be beats. It can be beats and tracks for hip hop stuff, or it can be full songs for a pop artist or whatever. And I try not to limit how I look at people in terms of what they can do. You know, I expect people can do multiple things. But that's stuff I'm always looking for. And as far as the artist is concerned, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm looking for a boy band right now, or I'm looking for, you know, a SoundCloud rapper, or I'm looking for whatever is somebody that I think is gonna, you know, change the game, or, you know, has the potential to become big.
Hey, Jeff, we got a question, a couple here. One of them is, if you're a songwriter, let's say you don't sing, you don't make beats, you don't do any of that stuff. You're a songwriter. What is the best way?
Excuse me, Avenuear, you kind of need to check that.
We need to what?
Need to say, you need to say there.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So how does somebody, I mean, what's the best way for them to submit, you know, a song to you? If they haven't, if it's a written song, would they, like, is it best to hire a singer or a rapper, or, you know, what do they?
I'm a rapper.
The presentation of a song that somebody submits is, you know, it doesn't have to be super produced out and all shiny, if you know what I mean, Jay, and guys out there, because sometimes the simpler presentation of a song is more effective, because it also allows someone like me to imagine that song being done in a number of different ways, and being, you know, sometimes you hear a simple song and go, wow, that would be great, like as a country song for a country artist or something. So, but I think just an effective presentation of the song, which can be guitar and voice, or piano and voice, or something a bit more produced out, if that's what it calls for. But it doesn't have to be like super professional quality, you know what I mean, for you to hear the song. Now, if you're a producer and you're trying to impress me with your production, then you probably gonna want to do something a little bit more elaborate, right?
Anybody else have any questions? I'm reading what's going on inside.
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Dion.
So I'm an artist. I've literally grown my Instagram to like 70,000 followers, but I never had no like real record companies or anybody reach out to me wanting to give me like opportunities. So how, as an artist with no real support, how can I grab opportunities into the industry?
You want to take that, or you want me to take it real quick, Jeff?
You can start, Jay.
So, Dion, first thing is this. A&R it plays probably the biggest role in a record label, right? I mean, I want you to look at it from this perspective. If you're, look at A&R like, you go to Bank of America, but you don't meet the CEO of the bank, but you meet the, the head of who's actually going to give you a loan, right? And they have the ability to make the decision because they can, that lender at that bank says, their threshold is you can loan up to $10 million, per person, but anything over that needs to go to the board. With the record labels, very similar, right? They have a threshold. Some guys like Jeff have much bigger. They've been around longer and they have proven success, right? So you want to target people that are A&R executives in particular that have been around the game and have constant hits under their belt, right? Not these newbies that are out there that are claiming that, that are just trying to be cool and famous. They work for a record label, right? And these people you're going to find all over online that hit you up and just play games with you. We're here for the very purpose of what you're talking about, right? You're basically saying, hey man, I've got the followers, I've got the music, I've got this, I've got that. But unless you go to a platform like an Avenuear, if there's others that exist, and you put it in front of his face and say, man, look, he can see. So when you submit material to Jeff or any executive on our platform, not only do they hear your music, they're guaranteed they're listening to it, A, and B, they have all your contact information and all of your statistics for your social media. So they can see that you've got 70 million or 70,000. They can see what you're doing on YouTube. They can see what you're doing. And that should speak for itself. For you to have to get on the phone and talk to him is a waste of his time and your time. First, you need to grab his attention. And the way to grab his attention is to submit to him. And now it's available to do that. Jeff, what's your take on it?
I mean, the difficult getting the attention of, the main thing that gets our attention these days, again, to be perfectly honest, is, real activity, building up to 70,000 Instagram followers is not easy, man. So hats off to you for having done that. Very often though, people won't necessarily notice that or reach out to you unless there's also, real activity streaming-wise somewhere, not necessarily even Spotify, but it could be on SoundCloud, or if you're doing good numbers on YouTube or stuff like that. Obviously everybody's looking at TikTok all the time now. So, these different avenues, there's different avenues, pun intended. But the good thing about Avenuear to me is that it enables you to have some people like myself check your stuff out and maybe look into your story a little bit if we like what we hear, and actually see what's going on without all of that, without having all those other things going on at the same time.
Sounds good.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
Where would I be able to submit the music, or where do you guys want me to submit my information to?
I'm going to show you that once Jeff comes off, so please stay on, okay? I'm going to demonstrate how the system works for you, show you all of our new features and benefits and so forth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. We have Nicole Carter. She raised her hand like 10 minutes ago. Please go ahead, Nicole.
Yes, thank you. I'm such in gratitude to be here today. I'm so excited. I just have a quick question. As far as country music, country songs, and getting them placed on country artists, do you recommend, as a songwriter, hiring a country singer to demo the song and perhaps a band? Or do you think that it's possible just to, like, I could demo the small country songs, but I'm not a country singer? What is your take on that, and what do you recommend as far as that?
It's an interesting question. I mean, I think, and I don't operate primarily in country, but it is obviously, the form of music that uses outside songs maybe more than any other. So it's a good place for a songwriter to try to go. I would suggest hiring somebody that can make your stuff sound country. If that's not something, if you don't have that ability to sing like a country singer, I think it's not a bad idea. It's probably not expensive. I don't think you have to go to the extent of getting a whole band to do it. Because again, I think in the country world, also they're used to song demos, which are those songwriters who work in the country world. They work every day. Like you talk to them and they go to the studio and they crank out demos, and they don't have to be like finished productions as long as you get the basics of the song, the melody, the lyrics, the chords. But having someone who can deliver it well in the country idiom is probably a good idea.
Thank you so much.
Nicole, let me add to that real briefly. I think personally, the best way to submit a country song is guitar and vocal. It lets somebody really get the feeling of the record without the beats and everything else going on. Right? There's a lot of emotion and things that go into country type of music. And to let you guys know that we are, I was going to tell you this later, but I'll tell you it now. We're in the next 30 or 45 days, we will make available to you on our platform where you can go in there and you can actually book somebody, you can listen to their demo, and you can book them for a small fee, which the money goes to them, right? And they will demo your songs for you. And it'll be available on our website here very shortly. So if you're looking for a country singer, we're hand selecting people that are submitting material, signing them up, putting them on our platform, and saying, hey, your voice is good. Are you available if somebody wants to pay you to sing on their track? So we're creating that in the next 30 to 45 days, if that helps you.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Cher said, how do followers rank in your importance, man? Jeff.
I'm not gonna lie, it's because and different kind of followers mean different things. For example, something that's super important to me is Spotify followers. Those are hard to come by. But if you can get those, there's a new artist, Lauren Spencer Smith. She's a pop artist, and she had a song that she started on TikTok, and before the song was even out, she had a few other songs out before that, but before this song that blew her up even came out, she had, I don't know, 450,000 Spotify followers, that's an enormous number. It's a lot harder to come by, for example, than TikTok followers. TikTok followers mean a lot, but it depends why they follow you, If they follow you because, you do funny pranks, but then you also happen to do some music, it's not gonna mean as much as, people who follow you strictly because they love your music. But don't pay attention to the followers right now. I am old-fashioned in the sense that I still believe, everybody started with no followers at some point. So I'm still thinking that you can find amazing artists early that just haven't built that yet. But for the most part, I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's not super important right now. And if you can combine good follower numbers with pretty good streaming numbers, then you're going to be in good shape. And but again, I think Avenuear, for people who don't have those numbers, at an amazing level yet, where everybody's going to be calling you. This is a good way to kind of get your stuff evaluated and get in the game a little bit. And for example, for the songwriters and producers for whom it is probably harder to get followers in the same kind of way, this is a great way to get noticed.
Quick question for you is, Brian wants to know from you that, he's recorded a lot of material, but he's pretty smart in the way he does it. He records his songs and makes them a little bit more versatile and says, hey, I might write this record and deliver it to you as a country song, a EDM song, or a pop song, right? Is that something of interest? I mean, how many cuts should he submit to a person like you? Like, should you do that?
It's an interesting, it's an interesting question. I mean, if somebody thinks, the people submitting have to kind of make some judgments, you know what I mean? Like, if you think that different versions of the same song are sufficiently different and impactful in their own way, because that might also show someone like me, look how versatile this person is. You know what I mean? Look what they can do working in different genres and different idioms of music. So it's not a bad idea if you really, if there really is difference and if these different versions kind of really stand up on their own. But at the same time, like we said earlier, usually a great song is something that doesn't necessarily need any specific type of production to carry it. But certainly if you're trying to show off your production chops as well as your songwriting chops, presenting things in different forms can be really valuable.
And Brian just corrected me in the chat and basically said, hey man, he goes, he has rock, pop, and instrumental, electronic, cinematic, and he's basically asking not the same song in different genres, but separate songs.
Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely submit stuff in different genres. Again, it shows versatility and all of that. I would just say, if you do work across different genres and ideas, present the best of a few different things. You know what I mean? And if there's real, value and quality there, then people like myself will want to hear more anyway.
How can someone target a TV show specifically? I can answer that one for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ben, well, you can and can't, right? So, like, as an example for Netflix, right? You can try everything in your power to submit material to Netflix like you could a record label, but the bottom line is that the chances are it's not going to reach them. They, too, don't like to take unsolicited material. They have, companies like us, agencies that, submit music specifically to them. They're only going to work with tastemakers and people that they can trust, that are well connected, that have good ears, and we do work like that. So when you're submitting to our platform for TV and film, a couple things could happen. A, if we like it through our free section, then we can present it. We'll pitch it if we like it. The other thing is that people on our platform, we're getting ready to open up this deal that we're in the middle of just, we're almost done with the paperwork, but where we have a multitude of productions that are coming out, TV shows, movies, etc. And some of them are, productions that are going through that, right? So you're not just submitting to a Netflix because Netflix may have hired or purchased content or a TV show from an executive producer who's producing a show and they have their own music people, right? Then there's the originals that are on Netflix and Hulu and all these other Amazons and stuff that they are always looking for music. But they have people that are in charge of that division for them. And usually those people talk to people like Jeff. And our people, hey, Jeff, do you have anything good that I can use for this? So by submitting material to the key people, which are A&R people, they talk to everybody. You may submit something to Jeff, and Jeff may be on a phone call with, he may love your song. He may not have reached out to you yet, but he may not immediately, but he may be on the phone with a radio guy or a Spotify playlist guy and say, hey man, just out of curiosity, check out this artist and check out this song and tell me what you think. Before he reaches back to you. And what if that playlist person goes, man, this is an amazing record. I did a little bit of extra research, Jeff, and saw that they're doing X, Y, really? Then Jeff can hit a button and say, okay, get in contact. So there's a lot of ways that things can be done. Submitting directly to TV is very difficult, guys. And if anybody tells you they can do that, it's posted on our website. Run from it. Because it's not real.
Jay, can I add something to it? Basically, we have a couple sessions interviewing many of the A&R panels that we have in Avenuear, and most of them, they are connected with the TV and they're friends of them, right? Like Mr. Fenster may have many people that are related to TV or shows that are looking for music, and I go to Mr. Chef Fenster and say, hey, Mr. Fenster, I'm looking for this particular car chase. Do you have any ideas or any music? So now, Mr. Fenster will go and say, I think that I heard something out of Avenuear that might be beneficial to you, and that's how you connect the dots. So it's not that, like Mr. Fenster started today saying that it's not a straight line to get from point A to point B. Sometimes you have to go through many routes to get to that particular destination that you're looking for, right? I remember actually we have another A&R in today's call, today's Zoom. His name is Mr. Sydney Alston, and he works. He connected with the TV and movie industry right now. Shasmi Valencia too. She's actually highly connected with the Hollywood studio. So all these people that you have access to through Avenuear, you submit a song to them, and then they come back to you and say, you know what, this TV show in Netflix is looking for something similar to what you submitted to me. That could potentially be an outcome that you could reach, right? Anyhow, that's what I wanted to add.
Well, we're currently just waiting. I'm talking back and forth right now with Derek. I think he's coming out of a session or something, but he's getting ready to pop in here in just a couple minutes. So any more questions in the meanwhile, we're waiting on Derek Miner to show up, and let me see what he said. He's on the way right now, popping in, and then we'll get started with introducing him for those of you that may not know him, and we'll get into asking him some questions. He's a really key player in the industry.
To be mindful of the time of Mr. Fenster, anyone has any last question for him? I don't know if you want to keep staying here with us or you have other things to do, but we welcome any questions. Please take advantage, raise your hand, or or ask in the chat.
Before I go off, by the way, I scrolled through the list of people here, and I must say a very handsome group of people on the call. And I will just say that I promise you guys that anybody that actually submits stuff to me through Avenuear will have their music heard, and if I hear something that I think can be valuable, even if it's not exactly something that I'm looking for at the moment, I will try to help that person get in the right direction for what they're trying to do, or where I think their talents might lay. Because frankly, part of what has enabled me to do this for so long and be successful at it is just always trying to keep a network of people, that can do different things. And you may find out that what that your path is a little different than you initially thought it might be, but that's okay too. So anyway, I will let I'll let you guys, Jay and Christian, bring in other people at this point, and I may have to hop off, but,
Well, I'm real quick. I'm going to answer this, Brian, your question for you. You asked how many cuts does Jeff have time to listen to for a submission? Jeff has time to listen to 1,000 songs if you're going to send them. That is what he does all day, every day. This guy, listen, I go to his house for meetings, and it takes me 45 minutes to even, I'm sitting in the kitchen, you know, hanging out with his wife for 30 or 45 minutes because he can't get off, you know, talking about music. And that's all this guy does. He sleeps, eats, breathes music. So there's never enough, you know, material that you're going to submit to him. You want to submit to him as much as you can until you get his attention. Jeff, we love you, bro. We appreciate everything you
Jay,
got.
I want to say hi to Sydney, and I want to say hi to Derek.
Which I need to get you guys connected, by the way, because Sydney's been asking me. What's so cool to our audience, our other A&R executives connect through our platform. So, like, Sydney's been trying to get a hold of Jeff, and it's hard for a guy like Sydney to get a hold of Jeff at another label or whatever the case is. It's not that easy, guys. So through here, they communicate. And so, Sydney, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to, you know, make that meeting with you and Jeff to get together. But Jeff, just so you know, he's been asking me, and I forgot to tell you. Okay. Derek Miner, hold on. Derek Miner has entered the building, guys. Derek, can you pop his screen up real quickly, Christian?
Yeah, let me give you Derek Miner. Let's see what you are. Derek Miner. I'm going to give you host if you don't mind.
I'll pop it up. Yep. Thank you. And thank you guys for your patience. Really, I want to tell you, when we start one of these, I always pay attention to how long people actually stay in here. And the ones that stay in here, I know are going to do something with their lives because they're actually trying, they care, they want to learn. And that really matters, you know? I'm a stickler about it. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, Jay, there were other people coming in. You got this stuff.
Okay, hold on a minute. Man, hold on. All right, yeah, all right. There we go. All right, I'm going to try and blow Derek up here. Let me just see. How do I click this button? Hold on 1 second. Derek's right there. All right, I don't know how to pop it open. I don't know how to make it bigger, but whatever. Derek?
Gallery view, right?
Gallery view?
Speaker view.
Okay.
So whoever's speaking will be up front.
Christian, can you put it on speaker view? How do you do this, man? I don't do this. You're a CTO, not me, man. This is not what I do, my friend. You got it, Christian? We good?
How you guys doing?
Good. Christian, can you hear me?
Great. How you doing, my brother?
All right. So evidently he can hear me. Maybe he can do some search. All right.
Okay, and if Derek Miner is in the house and he's the speaker, can you all see him in a big screen right now?
No.
No, we see you, man.
But you're not even blown up big.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. Now I see your hey, man. Now I see some what is Avenuear. Boom. I can see your screen.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Derek Miner there. Okay, that should be a spotlight to everyone. Okay.
There we go. That's better. Now you're sharing. Now unshare your screen so I can see him, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Christian?
Yes.
Can you unshare your screen? I can't. Oh, I see your desk. There you go. All right, perfect. Derek, welcome, Derek Miner.
What's that?
Not much, man. So, guys, we brought Derek on. Derek and I have history. You know, Derek's been like my little brother from when he graduated high school. We met in the Nashville, Tennessee area. Somebody brought him to me, and I was like, this kid is incredible. And I always knew he was going to do something amazing, and he did. So, Derek, if you don't mind, the floor is yours. Can you give a quick intro of who you are, what you do, and then, you know, talk a little bit about, you know, our story, and then we can get into, you know, some questions we have for you.
For sure. So my name is Derek Miner. I'm a hip hop producer. record label owner, independent record label owner, and we do publishing, we do it all. So a little background, I've had, let's see, I had a gold record for producing for an artist named Craig. Got a couple Grammy certificates, double award, stellar award. So little hardware, some cool stuff. My latest single, Clean, just did 3 million streams. So that's been pretty cool, especially considering I produced it and mixed it and everything. So on 100% of the pub, 100% of everything, and it's just been cool. Like, just I've always been a DIY type artist. That's like, man, if nobody's gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Like, that's kind of been my whole perspective. So when I met Jay, I was in college, and it was funny because I remember Jay signed me, and one of my professors, who was the law professor, negotiated the deal. And I remember being so disinterested in college after that because I was like, man, all the stuff they're talking about, like, I'm doing it right now. And one thing that Jay really helped me see was my own value, and watching him build things and not quit and keep moving forward and grow things. Really, I still use a lot of those same principles right now. It's funny, I just literally stayed the night at Jay's crib, what, 4 months ago?
No, last month.
Was it last month?
Yeah,
okay. Well, yeah, okay. 2 months ago, yeah. Really. And I remember being inspired, like, dang, I was like, man, I forgot how good it feels to be around dreamers and people that there's no such thing as we don't achieve. Like, I love that perspective, and it really kind of made me go back and say, man, I gotta grab some more of that for myself. But yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, it's no, I mean, I like to look at what I've done as just, I'm a working class blue collar artist. That's what I look at it as. I'm a working class blue collar artist that has had a great amount of success, and I get to feed my family, and I get to do what I love every day. So I'm blessed to do that, you know.
Thanks. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate the plug, because I know it's not a business plug. It's real hard stuff, man. You know?
No, it's real talk, for sure.
No, it really is. I'm going to just ask a couple questions, and then we're going to open the floor to let our people on this platform to be able to ask you some questions, right? So,
for sure.
For you to do a feature, right? And then, guys, this isn't a plug. This is just for you to understand, because Derek is not one that likes to always just do features, right? For you to do a feature or a co-release, right? I need you to tell these people about this. People think that if they just go out and waste their money and buy a feature from some featured website, and they get this rapper that's on the up and coming list, and throw them on their record, that they're just going to blow up. And I'm like, that's not possible. It doesn't work like that. You got to do a co-release, which is what you taught me, right there. You taught me about the whole release. So for you to do a feature and a co-release with a new artist, what would they need to do?
One, I gotta like the song. You know, if the song is some bullshit, then I'm probably not gonna do it because I take my brand too serious to just, like, I know a lot of artists that they'll just, you know, if you pay them a certain amount of money, they'll take your money and then they'll just run off with it, and you know, you never get clearances from the label. I paid an artist, I think 10 grand. And he paid it direct to the artist, but never got clearance from the label, wasn't able to do anything for it, and just, I mean, and that's a whole racket. It's a racket of people that will charge you to do work with you, but never have any intention of getting it released. So for me, I gotta like the song, gotta be something to be proud of. And then two, I would like to work with artists I feel that have a little bit of momentum. Because otherwise we're just wasting everybody's time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really it. And then, I mean, last but not least, if all of those things line up, then it's the money, you know? Make sure that I'm being compensated fairly for my time. So, I mean, that's really, for me, that's the three things, is do I like the song? Is the artist going somewhere? and does the money add up to the value of my time? If those three things are in place, and if I have the time to do it, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna at least look into it for sure.
What could you tell just real briefly the difference between a featured release for an independent artist and a featured co-release with the featuring artist?
Right. So, all right. So we know, I'm sure everybody in here has had their frustrations with, Spotify, Instagram, posting whatever, not getting the traction that you want to get. So the point of getting a co-release is you're trying to beat the Spotify algorithm, right? So if me and you do a song, let's see, I'm looking at Deion Taylor. All right, so if me and Deion Taylor do a song, right? And if Deion sent me a record, I do it, and I send it back to him, and I don't give him that co-release, then what happens is you'll look and you'll see in parentheses, it'll be like Deion Taylor in parentheses featuring Derek White. Well, the problem with that is you don't actually get the credit as far as from my profile on, like, people on my profile, my Spotify profile has 109,000 viewers. Like, you don't get a blast to them that says, hey, I got a new song out. So you really just sort of wasted your money. Like, you can tell all your homies that, hey, I got Derek White on a song, but as far as the algorithm is concerned, you don't get any value out of that. But if we do a co-release on Spotify, what happens is all 109,000 people that follow me now know of Deion Taylor, right? They all are like, oh, they'll say, oh, Derek has a new release out, right? And it's featuring this guy named Deion Taylor. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to follow you, hopefully. And then if you're really, really on your business, we do a marquee. So what the marquee happens, have you ever hopped on Spotify and it says the rest of the Spotify is blanked out, and in the middle it says, hey, this new artist has a new release, and you have to click out of it? That's called a marquee. And the value of that is it makes the person have to make a decision, right? As opposed to just you having to go find it. So I always say every release needs a marquee because you're not talking to all of your followers. And if you do a feature, if they're not going to give you a co-release sign, you're wasting your money because you're not going to beat the algorithm. You just, all you get to do is brag to your buddies that you got somebody bigger than you on a song. And we're doing this for business, right? So that's that.
Derek, I'm going to move to the next question just for the sake of your time, their time, everybody's time.
Yeah.
As it relates to Avenuear, can you share like your feelings about Avenuear and why did you get involved, right? Not just because of we're brothers and we've been in the industry forever. What value does it have?
Yeah, I think Avenuear has a lot of value. I think value number one is, you're networking with other artists. Like, number one, you can just literally look in and see, what artists are A&Rs, who do they like? The artists that are at the top of these algorithms, you can look and say, people like this guy. So then, and I'm gonna say this to a lot of artists that are building their career, I think a lot of times we sit and think, I know I did when I first started, is that, man, if I could only get this one artist on a song, my whole life would change. But if you're looking at how the game is being played now, there's two artists, they just dropped a tape, SG and 42 Dub. The way they blew up is by when they were nobodies working together and doing co-release projects. So think about it, if you only got 100 followers on Spotify, and I only got 100 followers on Spotify, and we do a song together, now guess what? We just combine all our followers together. The cool thing with Avenuear is you get to see who people are responding to right now. Like, who do people like? And then you can say, man, I'm gonna work with this dude, and we can come up together. So you got that. So that's just on the most practical sense. But then in another sense, you obviously have A&Rs listening to your stuff. So, I mean, you get to get real-time feedback and get to say, like, Because every song we make, let's be honest, as creators, every song we make, we feel like it's the one. For the most part. Like if we don't put the work into mixing, mastering, and getting it done, we probably feel like this is the one. But the truth of the matter about is it the one or is it not the one is the people are gonna tell you if it's the one. Every time. It doesn't matter what I think. Whenever I put a song out to the people, they tell me if it's the one. So you get to test market your record before it even goes out. If you put a song up on Avenuear and it's not connecting, guess what? That's not the one.
Try something new.
And that's okay. Do another one. And then if you look, you see Avenuear and it's climbing the charts. Okay, I might need to put a bag behind this one because it's really connecting within this community of people that are literally there to listen to the music and say if they like it or not. So to me, those are the main benefits out of all of it. You probably could save yourself a lot of time and money by just test marketing your records to see if people responding on them in Avenuear. That alone is worth the fees that you pay. But then the access to the A&Rs and the access to other serious artists that are actually doing it, I mean, hey, it's a win in my opinion.
Well, and let me tell you guys a quick story. When I signed Derek, I spent, I don't know exactly how much, but it was a lot of money. I mean, I had to travel from, we were in the Nashville area, and I had to travel to New York, I had to travel to LA, just to take his music, sit down with the heads of the labels who are my friends, the Jeff Fensters of the world. These guys sit down and play Derek's music in their offices. I mean, it is a lot of money to, you're not getting their attention. You have to sit down with these people and put the music in front of them, right? And to get their attention is very difficult. And that's the reason why we built this platform. I just said, you know what? These artists don't have the same kind of money that we had to be able to get on a plane. And first, they got to be able to book an appointment, which is, you're going to hire an attorney to do that. It's expensive. And, once you book the appointment, you go there and pitch yourself, there's no guarantee. But it's a lot of money. It's hotels, it's air, it's rental cars, it's food, it's all these different things, right? So we make it available for you to just click a button. Is there a fee? Absolutely, man. We're a delivery system, and we're like UPS, right? You want to deliver something, we deliver it for you. Go ahead. What were you going to say? I can see you.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it's a low barrier entry. I mean, at some point in time, you're going to want to get that FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to happen even with Avenuear. But the ability to get, like you said, to be able to have an A&R actually sit down and say, I'm going to give this a shot. I mean, yeah, we pay thousands of dollars to go and do those things. You get to do that for, you know what, a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? And you get to do it as much as you want. Like, take advantage of it.
And by the way, a lot of you, that are here today don't understand. You've only been introduced to our free submission section, which was actually Derek's idea in the first place. When we came up here and we went through some things, and he said, "Man, you need to offer something for free. Let them understand how the platform works." They all, this younger generation thinks that, oh, you're just trying to take their money, and I know you're not, but they don't know that. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Why don't we open it up for free and allow them to, get used to how our system works, and, let our internal teams answer them and, go through their music, etc. We're serious on this, right? But guys, keep in mind, guys and girls, that in order to submit to anyone on our platform in particular, you want a direct submission to Jeff, Sydney, Rodney Jerkins, Pro, whoever it's going to be, right? You need to sign up for a pro account. It's normally, we have a subscription fee, which we've waived for you guys. It's all in your emails. You get these messages. You get free 90 days to do submissions. Are you paying for the delivery? Once you choose that you want to submit to a particular person, yeah, there's a delivery fee. It is what it is. We have servers. We can't do everything for free. It's impossible, right? Keep technology sustainable. But just keep in mind that when you're submitting your free submissions, they're not going to Jeff. They're not going to Derek. They're not going to these people. They're coming to our internal teams that are evaluating. If we feel like something's hot there, we can either sign it to our label, or B, we can present it to other people to submit it as, placement or whatever. If we think it's hot, we think it's hot. But we're at least giving you an opportunity to try our system, and we're responding to you. We respond to everybody. I mean, no matter how many hundreds of thousands of people submit material, we're going to respond. That's who we are. We're dedicated. So anybody has, I'm opening the floor. Excuse me, I'm opening the floor for about 10 minutes, Derek, and then we'll excuse you, and I'm going to go through the new features and functions of Avenuear. But guys, any questions for Derek? Please, put them in the chat. Let's get started with that, and we'll ask him the questions. He can see the chat as well. Will you let us know what material each A&R is looking for at some point? Absolutely, Brian, we will. Anybody have any questions for Derek Miner? As a starting producer, Derek, what is the best way to find artists to record on your tracks?
Man, I wouldn't overthink it. When you first starting out as a producer, man, work with artists that you know that you have access to that inspire you. I think sometimes we often overlook the power of chemistry between two people that think the same. You know what I mean? Sometimes even Snoop, when you think about Snoop and Dre, at one point in time, Snoop and Dre was not Snoop and Dre that we know. They was just two dudes from Compton and from Long Beach, a dude from Compton and a dude from Long Beach that connected with one another, and they found that chemistry. And once they found that chemistry, then the sky was the limit. It just things locked in. But I think sometimes in this world we live in, that's all based on algorithms and shit, we constantly might overlook people that's actually dope, that's in our community, because they don't have the numbers that we're looking for. And it's like, man, screw the numbers, man. Are we making fire records? That's step one. You know what I'm saying? So for me, with me, I don't care who it is. Like, obviously as a businessman, I'll do certain stuff with people that, if the money's right. But if I'm just starting out, I'm just trying to work with people I know that's gonna make some fire records. And that happens by getting out in the scene in your city. Like, if you gotta know who the top 5 artists in your city is. And even right now, I'm constantly looking at who the hottest artists coming out of Nashville right now. I can name you all top 5 right now. I can tell you exactly who it is, who moving and who's shaking it. And I can tell you who look like they got something growing right now. Like, that's, as a producer, your job is to find out where the talent is. And then it's like a diamond. You wash all the soot and all that stuff off the diamond so the whole world can see the diamond. That's what a producer does, you know what I'm saying? So,
and listen, there's no limit, and I want to share this with everybody as well. I mean, I see that Angelita, I see you're on here, and I'm very happy to see that you're here, because Angelita, I mean, just from looking at you as a woman, and I'm not going to say you're old because you're not old, but you're older than we are, right? That's, I mean, crystal clear, and you're still beautiful. But what's so amazing is that she submitted 3 songs to me. I responded to her because I was blown away. I had people in my office when I actually went through and evaluated her material, and the response that I got, even though it wasn't a pop record, even though it wasn't a rap record, it was, she has songs, and she came with I mean, it's almost like, I would say it was folky, it was bluegrassy, it was, had a hint of country, and her voice is beautiful. And did you write the material? Did you write the songs? I can't hear you, so you can nod your head. Yeah, she's a writer. And it's never ever too late. It's never too late to get started in doing this. This might have been her childhood dream. She's not going to stop. She's going to keep doing what she's doing. And she asked me, what are the next steps? And so I had to, kind of break it down a little bit to her to say, well, the next steps are, you need to get people's attention, right? You need to, I can't in one day go, Annalita's awesome, guys, let's do something with her. I don't push on, my colleagues and all the executives and music people that I deal with every single day of my life. I let things happen organically. But she got my attention. there's 100% she got my attention. Now I'm talking about her. I'm even bringing her up in this week because, you know, for her to be still, and I'm like, man, I had one guy who was like, I wonder if she played the music. Did she mix that? Did like they ask questions? You know, I'm gonna. Can you unmute your let me try and unmute you for a second because I would like. This is our first time meeting, and I'd like to hear your take on that real quick. Give me 1 second. Where is she? Right here. Okay, you're
Oh,
unmuted.
she's unmuted. Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Oh no, I can't hear you. Oh, her microphone probably is not working.
Yeah, mine's probably not working. But
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Piggybacking on what Jay said, though, anybody can have a music career. It don't age don't matter, color don't matter. That's the thing I love about music because music resonates with people on a level that most art doesn't. And it don't matter how old you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what part of the world you're from, like all that matters is are you able to make a connection with people? That is what matters. So then once you have the art, the next step is building what you're doing brick by brick. The biggest mistake I see a lot of artists make is they don't want to do the dirty work. The dirty work is, dog, I record 100 songs a year. Especially like when I was going through my like building process, 100 songs a year. It's not even a no question asked. Bro, 1 year I put out 3 albums. And my goal with those albums was I'm just trying to grab more fans every chance I get. Because every album was a talking point. So it's like I'm making a song, putting it out. Now, I want to do that now because of how the algorithm is, but you can literally do a song a month. I got a homie named Toby DeWitt, he used to do this thing called Get Twisted Sundays. He would drop a song and a music video every freaking Sunday. He'd make everybody tag it, post it, et cetera, et cetera. And what happened was he built this huge retention of people that were waiting every Sunday for Get Twisted Sundays. And now Toby has won, NAACP Image Awards. I think he won a BET Hip Hop Award this year. And now watch him grind and build that. So it's like take the art that you have and then, man, get to work. Stop being so worried about, I know me, I used to worry about, man, is this gonna make, how many streams it's gonna get? I don't care how many streams it's gonna get. It's like, how can I build my fan base? That's my step. Like, so if it's me just getting 5 extra fans off of a release, that's 5 more fans than I had before. So,
well, Derek, you know, that one record that you did, and I love the song. You know, when Derek and I got together in the very beginning, to get him to move away from what he was focused on, which was the hip hop and this and that and everything else, was very difficult. And now I've noticed that he's opened his mind up and he's doing records from country to, he does all kinds of different records. He actually won awards on a song that he is not even a singer, but he sang and won awards. Like,
yeah.
Real stories.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't look at myself as just a rapper. I'm absolutely a rapper. I'm absolutely a producer, but I'm an artist. So now I just follow the inspiration. So if it leads me down a pop road, we go pop. If it leads me down a rap road, we go rap. It's what it is. We just having fun. We having fun and enjoying ourselves.
Hey, Derek, I'm gonna, just for the sake of time now, because I want to finish on time. I'm gonna go in now and show them some of the new features that Avenuear is offering. Some of these you haven't seen, so just stick around for a minute if you don't mind. I just want you to see a couple things. Guys, I'm gonna share my screen. First thing we're gonna talk about is, let me see, check my notes here. We're gonna dive in and talk about some of our free demo submissions with our new technology called QDA. And QDA is it's a really unique piece that we've created just recently, and it's basically it stands for Quantum Delivery Algorithm. I'm going to show you guys a little bit on how it works. Hold on one quick second here. 1 minute. I'll share my screen. All right. Okay. So we currently, can you guys see my screen okay? Everybody see it? We currently have a new free submission model. So I'm going to go to Avenuear for a second. And here's the thing. It can never hurt. Every day you should be coming to the website and submitting free material anytime you have it. We always encourage you to do that. However, you need to sign up for Pro. I'll get you the coupon code, which gives you your 90 days for free, no problem. But you need to start submitting the material to the executives that are on our platform, which there's a lot of them. I mean, they're real big people. But make sure that you're doing that, because you're wasting your time if you're only doing free submissions. So when you come to the free submission, we now have a section. You can choose free submissions or you can choose a pro account, right? The free submission is going to take you to a free submission. And here you can click the button and sign up, and it's free. Now, when you want to sign up for a pro, you'll click here, you'll sign up, and if you're within these countries that are approved with us and you qualify, and then you can say, let's go and use your coupon code. Don't forget to do that, and we'll give it to you. Now, currently, when you do a free submission, you're submitting material directly to our internal A&R team who's evaluating material, and we are listening to everything and paying attention to everything you're doing. In addition to that, keep in mind that when you submit, you get an email, you click the link, and it takes you to a place where you can put your material, your links, etc. We are now changing that in the next 15 days to, when you click it, you are going to end up on a page like this. And basically what you'll need to do is you click this button right here. Actually, let me sign out of Spotify for a second. I want to show you the exact process. All right, so you'll get a link in your free submission, which will take you to here. Sorry, and you'll click log in. Now, Spotify is going to ask you to log in with your user ID and password. And what that's doing is it's opening up your Spotify account, and now you'll fill out your information. You'll say, okay, great, my name is Jay Leopardi. All right, and there's my email address, and you know, I put my 555-1212, whatever, I put my phone number in. And I'm going to go over here for a second. I'm just going to grab a Spotify link to a song real quickly here, okay? Let's go with this, and I'll copy that link, and I'll put that link right here. Now, the cool part about this, guys, when I click log in, I've now logged in through my Spotify account, and the dues that you're paying is you're not paying any money to do a free submission because it's free. But what you are doing is you're supporting these 6 artists that are independent and that are on our platform. Okay? So as you put your material in there, you're agreeing that to submit, you are following this feature artist and these 5 other artists. So let me click that follow button. You can see it's been done. You're agreeing to our terms and conditions, which is what we currently do now, that you're submitting music to us for review. We're reviewing it. You click agree, and it's now done. Now, what happened is, once you've done that, you are now automatically, let me show you, you are now automatically next in line. So the next person that comes in here and submits their material, you are going to be one of those people that is getting followed. So we've got, let's say, 100,000 people doing free submissions. Those 100,000 people are going to be following you on Spotify now. Because once you put your first submission in, you are now available in our list of people that are getting followed. Does that make sense? I know people can't really see yes or no. But we did this to help you guys get real Spotify followers, because you're having a hard time trying to find them, and we're going to find them for you by saying, hey, this is a pay it forward model. When you come into our platform, you want to submit a free song, great, do it, and now you're following these people. Next in line is someone else comes in, and they're going to submit their song, but now they're following you. So this is a constant thing that's going to happen. You're going to see your followership go up. So I would recommend leveraging the system coming in here every day and making 5 or 6 submissions as you can, just so you can get real followers. That's going to happen inside of this system. So that's the first thing that we wanted to introduce you to. Second thing we want to introduce you to is some of our artist solutions that we're now offering, right? We're seeing that people are coming in and wanting to promote themselves on our plethora of a network that we have, right? So let me show you what the back end of this thing looks like, just so you can see. So when you make a submission, which we just did, our team can log into this and review the material, right? So as you can see, I look at the submission, I go, okay, let's view submissions. I just submitted this. You watch me do it. So I click the play button, and it's taking me into the Spotify account to actually listen to the material. All right, it's automatic in how that's going to happen. Now it's gone, and it ends up over in the submissions in our completed submissions list, right? So this is in beta testing right now with our internal team. It's not available for you guys as of yet, but we are opening up the featured section. So what you're able to do is, if you want to pay a small $5, whatever it's going to end up being, minuscule, you're going to get a lot of impressions on that page. So your free submission gets you in there free. If you want the featured section, we put our featured artists right here, and your visibility is there all day, every day, constantly changing for people to see for a very minimal fee. All right. So moving along, we wanted to talk about some of the promotional things that we do. So we own, artistprofile.com. Artistprofile.com is a massive blog. A lot of people use it to learn more what's trending in the industry. They want to know things like, artist release strategy, how do I do social media marketing? How do I do YouTube marketing, Spotify, TikTok? All these different things are available on here, and we get a lot of users that come in and study this. Because keep in mind, we are very well optimized on Google. I mean, if you were to type in submit, here you go. If you type in submit music to A&R, you're going to notice that 1, 2, 3 is Avenuear. I mean, we're there. We're massive online. And when I say we're massive, We have a lot of activity that's happening on, our platform. I mean, and you can go as far as, I think I saved a couple of these here. We have, even for the record labels, if you want to submit, watch this. I'll go with Universal Music, all right?
Jay, people are highly interested in learning how to submit to Chef Fenster, how to submit to all the A&R directly.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. So real quick, if somebody is searching on Google, like, hey, how do I get a demo song submission to Universal Music, right? You're going to see that there's advertisements here. You're going to see that people can't submit their music. They don't accept it. Capital doesn't accept it. None of the people accept it. We're the only ones that accept it. So you can Google that, and you're going to see loud and clear. This is what the whole world is doing currently, right? Now, some of the other features that we're going to be offering here very, very soon are quite a few, and I'm going to show you them in just a second. What was your question? Let me see what you had said something about the chat. They wanted to know what?
They want to know how they submit songs to Chef Fenster directly. How he can listen to the song, the MP3, or let's say Sydney Allstone, or they want to submit to you. How do they do it? And there is a guarantee, or there is no guarantee that they're going to listen.
Yeah, I got the question. Yeah, it's no problem. It's very simple. You come in here, like I said, you can click on sign up top. You can click on free submission. You want to click on this button, which is to your pro account. You come in here, let's go to your pro account, and you are shifting over to the portal. This is where you'll create your account to do professional submissions directly to the executive that you choose to submit to. Once you log in here and put your phone number in, we have to verify that you are a real person, and that you have to authenticate yourself. You need to upload a picture because they need to see what you look like. They need your contact information to be able to reach out to you if they like your material. Once you've signed up in here, you have access to submit to whomever you want to submit to, but you need to go to the pro section. That answer the question, Christian?
Yeah, excellent. Can you please click on A&R to see the list because someone was asking how many A&Rs and what is their background?
Yeah, so you click on our website, you come in here, and this is also inside of, the pro section. This is kind of just giving you a quick overview. You've got a lot of different people. Ken, Jeff, Rodney Jerkins from Darkchild, Dino, who behind Cash Money Universal. You've got me. You don't have to submit to me. I highly recommend you don't, but if you want to, you can. You've got Primo at Darkchild. You've got Chris Gotti, Murder Inc. You've got Valencia. You've got Hudson Miller. You have Def Jam. You've got DJ Clue. You've got Gonda for the Latin division. You've got Warren Campbell, Sidney Alston. You've got Ryan Ramsey from Slaxo, which is a huge company if you don't know who they are. You got a lot of people here. So you can click on these people and read about them. Everything is available to you. So if you say, okay, great, who is Ken Comisar? Click on him. Everything is right here. You can read about him. You can Google him. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, he's the guy behind Michael Jackson's label, Justin Timberlake's label. He runs and is the president of the largest publishing company in the world right now.
He was the A&R for Sony too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can read all about it right here.
Right, excellent. So yeah, people are highly interested in learning, okay, so basically if I submit an MP3 to Ken Comisar or Chef Fenster that he was here today, so he will listen to the song for 30 songs. Can you explain how is the process on that, please? So that people understand what they're getting, what is the guarantee, and so on and so forth.
Say that one more time.
Oh, people do not know too much about the system. Once that you submit the song to them, how does it work?
Well, that's all. It's all on here. I mean, if you click on how it works on our website, you'll be able to see loud and clear. We spell it out for you and we show you all the screenshots. So you can go through and you can take a look at how our system works and how everything is here and it's available for you guys to read and look at visuals. It's all here. I couldn't hear your phone. You went on mute, Christian?
Can you scroll down all the way to the bottom, Jen?
Yeah, sure.
This is the view when you submit the song to an A&R like Chef Fenster. Scroll up a little bit, please, Jen. A little bit up, up more.
Hold on, I'm kind of going to it for you right now.
Click the X on the top right. Yeah.
Which one you want?
Up, a little bit up. That one, right there. So Chef Fenster will be able to see here, for example, this is a song submitted by Bing's Dark Side, right? And he will click play, and then he will rate the song. Basically, he will listen to the song for 30 seconds, right? And then he will be able to say, okay, 5 star, 4 star, or 1 star. If Chef Fenster or any other A&R that is in Avenuear pretty much rates 4 or 5, it's been saved into their favorite folder. Now, if he rates 1, 2, 3, basically it's not saved in the favorite folder. So you need to understand something. Only 4 and 5, those are kind of like the 4 or 5 stars. He will be able to have access to your phone number and your email, and the A&R will be able to call you. So that's the beauty of submitting and signing up for a pro account, because you have access to all the A&Rs, and they are listening to your song, and you have a guarantee that, first of all, you will receive a feedback, and potentially, obviously, if the song is like what Mr. Derek Miner was saying before, if it's a hit or it's a great song, well, now he can contact you. He can call your phone number. That's why we ask for a cell phone number at the very beginning to verify that you're a real person, and then also your email. So either he will send you a text message or call you. Like we have users in our platform that they already have been contacted by A&Rs when they heard a hit. They say, oh, this is a great song. I want you to work, with my artist, or I want you to help me with this. So this is how the opportunities are born in Avenuear. Do you have any question about that? Users or people that are here right now?
Can you give me share screen real fast, please?
Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, if any of you guys have questions, please put it in the chat. In the meanwhile, that would be lovely for you guys to do that. So back to my list, I just want to kind of follow what I have here as our agenda. We're almost done. We appreciate your time. Yeah, the only way you're going to be able to submit directly to an A&R person of your choice, which is any of these people on the platform, there's more showing up on a regular basis that we're, signing agreements with and getting them on the platform. There's a little bit of a process. But the only way to submit to them is through a pro account. Other than that, your free account is only making it to our internal teams that are evaluating material. So I just want to make sure that we're crystal clear about that, guys. Now, some of the other features that will help amplify what you're doing. We decided to open up a Spotify playlist. We've been very successful. We're now at 70,010 as of today, and we've got 71 songs in our playlist. And we've been very active on this. Our contact information is there. We get a lot of submissions for our playlist, and we are promoting people by adding them to this list. And they are seeing a big difference in their followership. So if you guys want to submit to that, you're welcome to do that. It is a free thing that we have, when you are doing a free submission, we do pay attention to that. And we have a section for it. So if you're, the optimal thing for you to do is submit, to your, under your pro account, submit to the executives that you think are best fit for your music. Second, or simultaneously, never stop doing your freebies that we offer you, because they're going to amplify everything when you do submit. Okay, it's very, very important. So some of the things that we're going to be offering, that we are currently offering and are going to be offering, are music blog submissions, playlist. We have access and have networked with about 4,000 major playlists on Spotify now. And we're, I'm meeting on Monday with another massive company for playlists, right, to help you guys. So that service will be available very, very soon. We're just ironing out a few things, and then it'll be up live. We'll send you all an email and say, hey, you're welcome to come here and get started on that section. We have, industry level templates. So when it's a 30-second submission for you. When you go in to submit to 1,000 different playlists or blogs or whatever the case may be through our system, radio stations, we created a template. In one 30-second, you're going to come in, put your information in, and it submits to all of them at the same time. You don't have to do anything else, right? We also,
sorry to interrupt you. One of the users here is asking about, you can log in as an executive, and I think that they're confused about the 4 and 5 stars. They're thinking that it's publicly known and all that. Actually, it's only for the A&Rs. You will be trending in what we call the hit list. And would you please log on your executive account, Jay, your time?
Yeah. Well, let me, Chris.
Well, finish what you're saying.
I don't want to get off the beat path here. I'm trying to work this. But you guys, basically, when you log into your pro account, all of these guys show up. If you click on them, you're submitting directly to them. It's going straight to them, not to us, to their box. Jeff Finster, who you just spoke to, he's evaluating your material. And if he were to give it, just so you know, if he says this is good material, his job is to give it either a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If he gives it a 4 or 5, you go into what we call the hit list database. So that means that all these executives that are on our platform are seeing that you're trending internally inside of our A&R hit list. So all these guys do is they log in there and they check that out. They see, okay, great, I got a submission. They view it. They know if they give you a 4 or 5, they're putting you in the hit list. They put you inside the hit list. They know that other executives see you. They want to hear what the other executives are saying. So they're doing you a favor. That's how our system works on the back end side. That's the big picture with Avenuear. But what we're trying to do now is give you all the other things that you're going to need to become successful. Spotify followers, website development for yourself, marketing services. All of these are now available and are being added on a daily basis to our platform. So we can become the turnkey solution for you to do everything that you need for a very minimal fee. You're not going to get, a $20,000 website made from somebody else. You're going to spend a small fee, and you're going to have the same kind of people doing the work for you. Music videos, production. We've acquired this company right here for all of you producers. We now own Solo Beats. We've got over 10 million views on this thing, and we give away beats. If you have beats that you want to put up here, by all means, get them to us and we'll put them on this page for you. We acquired this company for that purpose. And we get a lot of views, guys. So, these are all the things that we want to make available to you. We constantly spend money to go out and buy companies to make sure that you can get reach. That's the key. The key is getting you guys reach, and our job is to help you not only reach executives of the world, but reach the tools that you need to become successful in every way, shape, and form. Anybody have any questions that I can personally answer, or Christian can answer, or anybody else on our platform? Please put them in the chat before we go, because we're at 12:54, and I promised everybody out of here at 1. You can include the hook at the very beginning to catch their attention. That's true. Brian, direct submissions, MP3s, Bandcamp, Spotify, what do they want format-wise? Oh, you can submit whatever you want. You can, format-wise on our platform, Brian, you're submitting an actual MP3 or a WAV file. We prefer you to submit an MP3 just for the sake of our servers. We don't ask you to send a link. We ask you to actually send the real song, and it's protected on a highly triple, quadruple, encrypted and protected. And yeah, you'll want to submit that song to them via, we give you unlimited cloud storage and all that stuff inside of the platform. So it's really good. When you sign up, you'll see all the beautiful features inside of there. It's free for you to sign up, so you might as well do it. Matter of fact, the 90-day trial, I think, what is the code on that? 90-day? Christian?
90 days with the S at the end, all one word.
Right.
So I'm going to type it here in 90 days.
The coupon code is here. It's all in here for you guys. 90 days. Okay? I don't know why it didn't go. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the coupon code is 90 days, all one word, all lowercase. Use that, get in there for free, and play around with it. I recommend you do that immediately. If you guys are serious, then be serious. If you're not serious, that's totally understandable. We get it. But other than that, we've got 5 minutes for questions. So if anybody has any, please ask them now. Is it one free song submission? No, Amy, you can submit 1,000 songs a day, whatever you want.
No, she's confusing the pro account versus, because you see the coupon for 90 days, can you submit? Okay, can I make a clarification to everyone? The pro account, you can submit 1,000 songs to Chef Fenster if you want. Okay, obviously he will take a week to listen 1,000 songs or less than a week. But that is obviously a fee for every song that you submit. We recommend for you to submit, potential hits, right? So that's how it works. So don't confuse the free submission with the pro account. And the coupon that you're being given right now, the 90 days, is a coupon for usually costs $9.99 a month, right? It's a 14-day trial if you go through our website. But the coupon that you're given, when you're signing up, there will be a section that says coupon. And that's where you put 90 days, 90 days. And then you have, instead of 14-day trial, now your pro account becomes 90-day trial. And the trial is only for the monthly fee. Still, you have to pay a submission fee, okay?
Amy, I see that you're already a paying member, and I'm going to answer your question. You could submit unlimited on the pro account, and to answer your other question, you could submit unlimited on our free submission account, which will get you the Spotify followers. And I recommend that when it goes live, that you go in there and every day you make it a habit to submit, for free, because it's going to help that $20 or $30 or $100 submission that you're sending to Jeff, because he gets to see real activity, right? That's always good. And that's why we've created those balances together. And as Mike Colton, who's one of our co-founders, has said, we are going to email this to all of you. So don't even worry about having to remember it. We're going to send emails out that say, okay, great, we've launched this. Feel free to do this. Here's our 90-day. Here's the coupon. We're going to send you an email on that. So all of you can follow everything that we're sending you and do with it what you wish. Can you or should you submit a song more than once? Absolutely, Amy. If you're submitting one song to Jeff, you're going to want to submit that to 10 other executives, not just Jeff. But you don't want to send the same song to Jeff 10 times. I hope that answers your question, because you have 12 completely produced original songs and you're working on 12 more. I can see that clear. Yeah, you want to send, if you can afford to the delivery fees, to send Jeff all 12 and send maybe 1, 2, or 3 other executives on the platform for him those 12 as well. That would be smart. You have access to them. Use it.
Yeah, no, it's all about, and a long time ago, Jay actually during this event, he made it clear, you used to go and book a hotel, pay, travel fees, airfare, food, you spend a lot of money now from the comfort of your home. You could be in New York in your apartment, or you could be downtown LA. You don't have to go anywhere. You just submit your song and you're reaching the A&R, right? So that's basically what is our platform, and the problem that was solved a long time ago that pretty much didn't exist, right? Oh, okay. Jay, he's saying, I don't want to annoy anyone. First of all, let me make something extremely clear. These A&Rs, they're looking for hits. They're looking for songs. They're excited to listen to your song. If you send, let's say you have a catalog of 100 songs, all of them are different. They will listen, all of them, each of them, right? Every day. I mean, they will listen it for 30 seconds. And if they want to keep listening to your song, they will keep playing play because it's fast. How it works the system, for 30 seconds it plays, and then ask the A&R, okay, rate this song, do you like it from 1 to 5 stars, right? And Ms. Amy, I think that someone was saying, yes, you don't want to know the A&R. Actually, that is their job, and they're excited to receive, we had a video from a scout, and an A&R was saying that he was listening to 3,000 songs a week. So, you calculate 30 seconds a day, and you know how many songs you can submit to one person. But again, that is being put in a queue. He may listen to the song tomorrow. If he has 1,000 songs, he could listen so many songs per day, right? But you don't bother them. Totally to the contrary, they are excited to hear unique material, and you may have that hit that will say, wait a minute, no one listened to this song, and they're the first one to listen to the song. And you may be godfather or discovered by this A&R. And you can submit, if you have 100 songs, you can submit 100 songs to each of these executives, right? And like you said, some people, they can afford that. They have the funds and they have the money.
Hey, Christian, let me add something to that real quick. Amy, to you specifically, because you asked a really good question. Please don't think you're annoying anybody. Let me tell you, guys like Jeff, I mean, these guys are my friends. They're not just, I mean, we've been in the business together for 20 plus years, right? And I only allow executives on our platform that, I either know them or somebody I know brought them to our platform. We don't just let any A&R person on our platform, right? Jeff is the kind of guy, and so are all of our executives, that when you submit, the more you submit to them, you're not bothering them, you're getting them excited, right? It's the complete opposite, because they're looking for somebody that's got, that's tenacious, that wants to bug the crap out of them and not stop. Like, your attitude should be, now that I found you, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. That's where your mindset should be. I am not going to stop until you say yes to me. That's what they're looking for. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I have another meeting to jump into.
Jay, two quick questions. I know you have to go. Someone asked, do you guys copyright music? And what is the protection that you offer?
Do we copyright? No, we don't copyright your music. That would be illegal. You copyright your music. And you know what? I probably should put a section on our website that shows you how to do it. It can get expensive because the Library of Congress, which is where you would copyright your material, they charge. I think it's like $35 per song to copyright your song, right?
Do you have in your network someone that can help people? Because Avenuear offers attorneys, or that you have.
We don't make any money on that, and we'll be more than happy to, again, in our suggestions box, which, by the way, let me jump over here so you can see. If you go under more, you'll see suggestions. If you click on that suggestions button, please fill out this form right here. And once you put your information, it'll take you to the next screen. It'll let you fill out the form. If you have a suggestion, if you have a question, feel free to send it to us, and we're reading it and we're paying attention to it. And so, to answer, what does that say for Christian? Oh yeah. So the highest fee he put there is, that. What was was there another question that I didn't answer, Christian?
Yeah, I'm scared of submitting songs. What happened if you or someone else steals it?
Me or someone else? Say that again.
I'm scared of submitting a song. What happened if you or A&R steal the song?
Oh, that's impossible. So that's, again, we don't allow those type of people on our platform, and it's impossible for that to happen. You can't. I mean, let me ask you this question. Here's my rebuttal to that. Right? If you put your music on Spotify, what's going to prevent anybody from stealing that song?
And actually, I want to chime in on that one a little bit. One thought that I have. The moment that you submit a song to Avenuear, now that is a log, electronic stamp, timestamp that you submitted that song and you were the owner of that song. You're declaring to us that you are the owner. So now we are actually your backup to verify and certify that yes, you submitted this song on January 1st, 2022, and Jeff Spencer listens to it. So first of all, he's one of the most ethical people in the world. He's an attorney. He will do only the right thing, right? And that's the network that Jay works on. But most importantly, you have to remember that now that is a timestamp in that song, that it's going back to you. So I happen actually to work for the Superior Court as an expert witness too in computer science. And once that you submit the song, it's an MP3 to our server, and you're protected.
Yeah, and it's really funny because I was on TikTok the other day, and I saw an artist that's a pretty decent sized artist, but he's an independent artist. And I wish I could find the video. Let me just see if I have it here, because if I have it, it'd be really good for you guys to see. But basically, what happened to him was he's a known independent artist, turned down major deals, and it just so happens that, and I can't remember the name of the artist. Oh, it was the artist that was larger was Kid Leroy. Kid Leroy's director of his music video follows this other guy that's an independent artist on TikTok, and he completely ripped off and stole his entire music video down to the T and got away with it. And this guy was trending with his video, but Kid Leroy's bigger. So the director robbed his material and produced the same exact video on Kid Leroy, and Kid Leroy's record blew up. So those things happen on TikTok, on Spotify, on everywhere. With us, like Christian said, there's a timestamp. We're your backup plan. But we're not copyrighting the material. It would be illegal for us to do that. We can't do anything like that on behalf of you.
But you have, we have an attorney that is a music attorney that we are able to refer you if you need to copyright your music material.
And I will make that available, and I'll send that in an email to you guys as well. So if you want to deal directly with Barry Shrum, I've worked with him for 20 plus years. He's an amazing guy, and he's willing to do it for pretty much the cost to get a thing done, a copyright done, and I recommend you use them. So I'll get you a link directly to him and his personal phone number, and you can contact him. Anyway, guys, thank you for showing up, and we had a great meeting. This meeting will be coming back to you guys. We're going to do a quick edit on it and timestamp it, because Christian knows how to do that, not us. And then we're going to email it to everybody that was in the meeting and all the potential people that are on our platform that that weren't able to make the meeting. So thank you guys. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And please just review our website and see if there's anything else out there that we can answer for you. Blessings to you all.
Good day. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.
Hey.